Her name was Colleen Stan. She wasn't taken in the night. She wasn't snatched from a dark alley. She accepted a ride from a couple with a baby in the back seat. That single choice in May 1977 would erase the life she knew. By the time she realized the truth, her world had already been divided into two parts: before captivity and everything after. Ever wondered how someone could disappear right in plain sight? Most people think of kidnappings as sudden, loud, violent. But what if it began quietly, with a polite couple, a calm voice, and a single act of trust? If you're ready to follow this story, make sure to hit subscribe. We dive deep into the psychology of captivity in every Midnight Sin episode. It was May 19, 1977, and Colleen was 20 years old. She was hitchhiking from her home in Eugene, Oregon, to California for a friend's birthday party. She had done it safely before. She knew how to stay aware. She thought she was careful. Then she saw a blue van pull over. Inside were Cameron Hooker, his wife Janice, and a baby. A couple with a child. Seems harmless, right? Would you have gotten in? Colleen did, and that's when her nightmare began. Cameron asked her to follow him down a quiet stretch of road. He showed her a knife. From that moment, Colleen's life was no longer her own. Not dramatic, not sudden, just gone. She didn't disappear into shadows. She vanished inside a normal house in Red Bluff, California, and that's what made it worse. From the outside, everything looked ordinary. Neighbors waved, the sun shone on a suburban street. Inside, control began to form. It started quietly. At first, small things. Why did you call your friend? Who are you talking to? Do they really understand you? Harmless questions, until they aren't. The first lesson in control, isolation, starts with doubt. Colleen didn't know it yet. She thought it was concern. She thought she could handle it. But control is patient. It grows slowly. Do you think you'd notice if someone carefully rewrote the rules of your life? Think about it. Would you catch it before it was too late? Cameron didn't just confine her. He built a box, a wooden coffin-like structure under the bed. She spent 23 hours a day inside it. Imagine being that small, that still, that hidden. The real horror wasn't the box. It was the belief that leaving was impossible. Cameron invented a story about a group called The Company, a fictional organization that would harm her and her family if she tried to escape. Every detail of her life was monitored, every outing, every conversation, every thought under his scrutiny. But the control wasn't just physical, it was psychological, and it worked. Colleen complied, not because she was weak, but because she believed it was safer that way. Her friends stopped calling. Her family visits became tense. Cameron always had an explanation. They're interfering. They don't understand you like I do. Slowly, she began deferring to him, even her thoughts, her words, her choices. Apologies became automatic, even when she had done nothing wrong. Her world narrowed. Her voice became quieter. Her confidence eroded. Ever wonder how someone can lose autonomy without a single physical chain? This is it. Even when she moved outside the box, her freedom was always limited. Everything she did, every small moment was measured. The psychological effect? Constant doubt, fear disguised as care. And that's when control moves inside the mind. The cage doesn't need walls anymore. Take a second. Imagine your life slowly controlled, piece by piece. Would you notice before it was too late? Comment below if you think you could survive a week, or 7 years like Colleen did. Hit that like button if this story is chilling you, because it's about to get worse. 7 years of confinement, manipulation, and fear. By 1984, Colleen was allowed more movement in the house. She could do chores, walk outside briefly. And then something changed. Janice Hooker broke. She told the truth about the company. She helped Colleen escape. The authorities finally intervened. Cameron Hooker was arrested. He was sentenced to 104 years in prison. Janice received immunity. Colleen's freedom was restored. But think about this. 7 years of your life gone. Family and friends moved on. Life didn't wait, and recovery didn't happen overnight. Her story became world famous, the girl in the box. Not because of violence, but because of the psychological cage. A reminder that control doesn't always need chains. Sometimes it hides behind trust. Sometimes it hides in care. Some prisoners are locked behind walls. Some are locked inside minds. Colleen was both. Her escape wasn't about force. It was about understanding control for what it truly was. Ever wonder how easily trust can be weaponized? That's midnight sin. If you want more stories like this, subscribe now and join us for more tales of survival, manipulation, and the darkest edges of human psychology.